The federal government is spending more than $273 million to acquire new military equipment for NATO's Canada-led battle group in Latvia. CTV's Jeremy Sharon joins us live with more on this story. Jeremy, good morning. Walk us through more around today's funding announcement, what the money is actually being used for.
Yeah, Eden, this is, like you said, more than $270 million that is going to the NATO-led mission in Latvia, or the Canadian-led NATO mission in Latvia. And specifically, this is an investment into air defense equipment and anti-drone equipment. We're talking about short-range air defense systems and anti-drone equipment. That's what this money is going toward. And a large portion of it to the air defense systems, more than $200 million alone to the air defense systems. Bill Blair noted today, this is the first time since 2012 that Canada will have air defense capability. And then this equipment is being brought in on an emergency or an urgent basis. It's expected it will be delivered later this year. Canada has a significant investment in this NATO mission in Latvia. More than 1,000 troops are there now, and it's expected that number will double by 2026, with at least 2,200 troops expected to be there by 2026. So this is a significant investment that the minister says will help troops in Latvia better protect themselves from air defense and drone strikes.
So big movement from Canada on that front. But do we expect the issue of Canada not contributing 2% of its GDP to NATO funding to come up at this meeting in Brussels?
Yeah, absolutely. So the announcement from the Minister of Defense made during this meeting in Brussels, this NATO summit, and it certainly has already been a topic of conversation. Canada and some European allies have still yet to meet that 2% target. This was set first in 2014 by NATO allies and this collective agreement to move towards 2% of GDP spending on defense. That was part of NATO's commitment. It has now become a minimum requirement for NATO allies. And Canada, along with some of those European allies, have yet to meet that 2%. Canada is just over that 1.3% mark, so still far from 2% spending. We heard from Jens Stoltenberg, the Secretary General of NATO, who talked about the fact that both Canada and some of the European allies have made strides toward getting there, including an 11% increase in spending last year. But the bottom line is they're still not at that minimum requirement of 2%. And Canada has faced some criticism for it, and it's expected they will continue to do so. But all of this is being highlighted and is even more under the microscope due to the fact that Donald Trump made comments last week saying that he would let Russia do whatever it wanted to any NATO allies that are not meeting that 2% spending threshold. And so, those comments were called by NATO officials called dangerous comments. It goes against what they say is the whole purpose of NATO, which is that an attack against one of its allies is an attack on all. And so Donald Trump has faced criticism for that. And of course, the issue of 2% of GDP spending on defense is really being zoned in on after those comments, while NATO assures that, an attack on any ally would be defended by the entirety of NATO.
Really interesting to see how that'll unfold. CTV's Jeremy Sharon, thank you.
Thank you.